Did you know that there's a new Dataverse column type in town? That's right, Dataverse now has prompt columns available in preview. Want to check them out? Hi, I'm Bruno and welcome to the Power Minutes. For those that are out of the loop, prompts are an AI feature where you can build an AI action using natural language. They are great for text analysis, information extraction, summarization actions, and much more other features. Traditionally, there would still be a few development steps involved, but with the new prompt columns, we will be able to do all in a single step. For today's example, we have a Meeting Hub app which will be storing a meeting's transcript and we will have an AI create a structured summary of the meeting. This is great because people sometimes forget to take or share crucial notes, and often that really leads to more additional meetings and lost time, and so on and so on. So let's start with the setup, which is relatively simple. We will require two columns for our example. So on our meeting recap um, table, we will have columns, and one of the columns will be the raw transcript. We want to maximize this setting, so we will make it a multiple line of simple text, and we'll maximize the character count. This will reduce the chances of our transcript being cut short. The other column, well, you've guessed it, it is a new column that is, of course, the prompt column. You can find it at the bottom, and you will see that it will give you a new field called the prompt. If you check the advanced options, you'll see that it will be having a maximum character count of 4,000. That's already maximized. So this is essentially a single line of text. Build your prompt around it. But this is something that I already worked on. So let's see the prompt that I created on the summary column. So the summary column is over here, and you'll see that we have a prompt. So let's check it out. Let's click on edit so we don't have to read it on such a small window. It will open a full screen window where we'll be able to see our prompt. So personally, I like to separate each action with a paragraph or make a paragraph for each action. This helps me well, for me, is actually the best part of natural language is that the text itself acts as documentation. So if we read each requirement, we should see that it's something we expect from the prompt to be done. You will be summarizing the information of the raw transcript into a readable, straightforward summary. Use the template below for a readable, uh, format readable for a Dataverse multi-line simple text field. I got it jumbled a bit, but organize your output in the text format with the summary, its own object, and actions available in the following structure. So the meeting summary will be given here below, and the meeting will also have some meeting actions, which will be for each user in the meeting with the responsible name, the due date, which will be formatted in an ISO, and some notes about the action itself. And for today's date as base date in case it's not clear. So we'll try to get a sense of where everything is. You're wondering perhaps how we got Dataverse here? Well, there's two ways. First one is adding content, and it will be looking at recaps, the table that we're looking at. But you can also just go over here and type slash, and it'll be able to get knowledge. Since this is a prompt column, we're limited not only to the meeting recap table, the table where we're working on, but also to the record itself. This is actually a good thing for our scenario because then we don't have to grant our prompt to a specific record. You are free to use the test button to see the outputs of your prompt. It can take a few seconds, so that's all right. And if you're happy with the output, that's good. You press save. If you're not, you can rework it again and test it further. So this is a refinement process. So essentially, this is taking from a previous example, and you can see that it's looking quite good. I'm happy with it. I can press save. Bear in mind, save will behave like publishing in a few other areas of the Power Platform. So as soon as this record is saved, or sorry, this prompt is saved, this will be how the prompt column will behave for new features or for new analysis. Speaking of which, let's try it out. I've moved on to my mobile-driven app. So we're going to create a new record and let's give it a name and a transcript. So let's press new. I'm going to give it a name. I have this sort on the side, sorry. It's a bit pre-prepared, no magic here today, other than the prompt making its work. And speaking of prompt, it will need a raw transcript, and I'll paste it over here. Okay, that's quite a lot of words. Man, I talk a lot, it's mostly me. So let's hit that save button. It's taking a little bit because the prompt is actually working. And if we now check in general, ta-da! We got a summary of our transcript just after that save. I don't know about you guys, but this will save me a lot of time and it will allow me to make a lot more Power Minutes videos. So see you on the next one.